Okay. Now, the second thing that you have to look at and that you have to consider is it may have existed, it may not have existed, but the Willie Lynch letter. Some folks say it's a farce. It never happened. Some folks say it's a true thing. Now, Willie Lynch, he was a slave owner, had a modest plantation, and supposedly, allegedly, he made this speech about how to keep black folk divided and against each other. Today you have media. They pour billions of dollars into media to keep us divided. There's a lot of money in that. And what Willie Lynch was saying is that he had full proof of a method of controlling your black slaves. That he guaranteed it. That if you installed it correctly, you'll control these slaves for 300 years. Think about it. I'll have your ass voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And for the next 300 years, Willie Lynch said that if you implement these practices that I'm about to lace you up to, you'll control these niggas for another 300 years. The method was simple. Said any member of your family or your overseer could use it. And what he did was define the differences amongst the slaves. But just take the differences and make them bigger, is what he said. You got to use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. This is Willie Lynch. He said that these methods worked on his plantation, and it'll work throughout the South. Now, he said the first thing, since it began with an A, was age. Second thing was color. Every black person on a plantation had intelligence, size, sex, size of plantation, status on the plantation, attitude of the owners, no matter where the slave lived. East, west, north, south, fine hair, coarse hair, tall or short. Now, what he said, this is how we got here. What he said was that his distrust is stronger than trust. Envy was stronger than adulation, respect or admiration. I told you on last week's show there was a difference between jealousy and envy. I'll cover that again. Jealousy means I possess something that you yourself can possess. A house, a car, clothes. If I have these things, you're jealous of me because you yourself can acquire them. Envy means I possess something you will never possess. You would never be a slave owner. At your age today, you will never be a Supreme Court justice. You will never be president. He said that after the black slaves received this indoctrination, that it will be a self-refueling and self-generating process for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. A lot of you have read or heard about the Willie Lynch letter. But I'm going to lace the boots up for those of you who have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. Willie Lynch said that you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male. Pit the young black male against the old black male. Pit the dark-skinned slave against the light-skinned slave, and the light-skinned slave against the dark-skinned slave. You must pit the female against the male and the male against the female. What do we have today? These gender wars going on. Black men ain't shit. Black women ain't shit. Black girl magic. Black women are the ones who put the Democrats into office. See the divide? See the divide. Willie Lynch said you must also have white servants and overseers distrust all the blacks. That your slaves must trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us, not each other. These are the keys to control. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity to use these principles. Here's the most profound fact. Willie Lynch said if used intensely for only 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. How are we today? There was a time when we as black people came together and it was something positive and beautiful.